Alright, let's get rolling with this. As the title says, we're doing Limgrave cleanup. We gotta kill Egg Heel. There's dungeon in here. I'm trying to think what else. Gotta do the Ever Jails. All the stuff here in Weeping Peninsula. Stuff to do. But the Egg Heel fight should not be that difficult. Realistically, I'm just going to rock sling him until he drops. And we will get Egg Heel to wipe him out. I think we're gonna jellyfish maybe. Yeah, I did not plan that out. God, I haven't fought a dragon in ages. Last one I fought was on my main, that was Ghost Flame Dragon. So I just wholly spammed it to death. Actually, having a normal dragon fight feels weird. I know the whole point of the Egg Heel fight was supposed to be like, this is your intro to mounted combat. But I feel like actually doing mounted combat complicates this fight a lot more. And that's coming from a no good magic user. That's at least one thing on the checklist done. We have to go get invaded. Which shouldn't be too hard. I'm just gonna glint blade spam. Yay, we did it.
Justice blood.
Just abuse the fact that they roll on cast and not on actual impact. Makes them super easy. Oh, I could get the... Well, it's not really going to help me, the meteoric sword, but I think that's strength intelligence? Yeah, yeah it is. I wish they had done more with bandits. I think it would have been cool to introduce, like, a tier of bandit that are effectively just NPC invaders. Don't send too many, but it's like them and maybe a couple normal Garbo guys. Have like a bandit king or something. There's something there. I know it.
Well, well, well. Thought you'd just help yourself to a man's personal belongings, huh? You little thief. The gods demand repentance. Cough up your voice. All of it. Wait, please. I surrender. White flag and all. Well, finally come round, have you? I knew you would. You're a man of reason. True and true.
God, a lot of people died here.
Well, what do you... Now, how did I took you for an innocent... Well, water... A true... I'm patchy, tarnished like you. Only for now. In exchange for... Honestly, frankly. So don't be... I'll be ready to win.
I'm genuinely impressed how many people died to Patches, because he isn't that hard. Even if you're on like New Game Plus, you should have easily all the tools to deal with him. Even if you're not even a caster, you can just sword and board him easily. Just jump attack spam to shield break him.
Well, not all a bit and welcome. You won't need them.
Oh, I don't have enough for Market Shackle. That would be a good get.
Cheers for that.
I should have done 4. I'm dumb. I can't do math. There.
Forgot something. No trouble.
Yeah, grab Market Shackle. We can use this for... I'm trying to think of what dungeons it is. There's a few. Wow, there's a lot of dead people here. Alright, I have to investigate. Yeah, I see your problem. You're one-handing the axe and off-handing a bow. What about this guy? Dual daggers, probably low level. I don't know how you get like 3 tapped. I am genuinely confused by these guys. They must have all hit the traps and baited everybody in at once. Because the way they're getting killed, the bandits are not strong enough, and you can stagger them individually. So they must have just ended up fighting all 5 and got jumped. I always forget, every day there's a new person playing these games. So sometimes you see just the strangest things.
Just joining the fray. Wow. I'm you tarnished. You stay the pup. Just remember we are.
Murkwater Catacombs, which is this? Is this a... one of the spidery ghost guys? I don't think so. Didn't think you had the reach on that one. Like, at all. Yep, and everybody hit that trap. Oh no, he just ran for it. Seeing these deaths always makes me feel not as bad when I die. Because I see him and I'm just like, how did you die to this? And I'm like, I probably would do the same thing. I think when I started, I died in this dungeon too. I can't even act like I'm superior in any way. Jellyfish? Or skeletons? probably skeleton. Probably actually a bad choice for this guy, but we're here, we're already doing it. And he already knocked down and killed one skeleton. If I can bait him long enough, he'll get back up. Ooh, Banished Knight. I can't remember if he's the good one, though. I think he is. I think all the named... Everybody who's named except Lutel the Headless is good. Lutel sucks because they just keep teleporting, so they drop aggro and make it really difficult to utilize them well. I should go for Bloodhound's Fang. I'm here, I might as well knock it out. It's part of the plan. Nah, I'm not gonna waste the time fighting all these guys. Thought about it. It's gonna give me, like, at most, like, 500 runes, some string, I don't know, depression. Oh, I could actually do this with... Oh, what's his name? Yeah, we'll do that then. We'll get Blythe. And I think I've had time that I can check this out. And help Kenneth Haidt again because he sucks. I thought there were people in here. Or demi-humans. I thought there was somebody attacking it. I didn't think it was all empty. Oh, he's still over there. I guess I never talked to him. I must not have been like, hey, yo, your castle's clear. Fine, we'll go tell him. Hit him with the Razor Ramon Ayo. Yo, your castle's clear.
I've been waiting for you with bated breath. Did you, man? Oh, well done. I knew it. Now, go ahead.
Wahoo.
Right then. I have much to do. What's that look? Well, and even the... Which is why... Just you what? Would you like? I see bright. Enter, and who knows? What say you? Very well. I knew. I shall. We shall hold the same. I see great.
See, this is what I was kind of talking about before, where you can like join him, you can join Ronnie. It really feels like they had the start of the Covenant system again, and then partway through they just kind of shrugged and went, nah, we're not doing that. Which, as I say it and think about it, I understand. As cool as it would have been to have a Covenant system in game, if it was just Dark Souls Covenants, I think it would be a little lacking. There wouldn't be a lot of interactivity in the game. It'd just be like, oh hey, go invade people. Oh hey, go invade people here. Oh, go help people fight off invaders. It just wouldn't be that interesting, especially the location locked ones. You know, Dark Souls 3, I managed to grind out every faction for every Covenant, and it kind of sucked. Like, was it the Aldrich Faithful, where you're in Anor Londo, and it's just like, yeah, invade people. I got so bored. I would start invading people, and I would just hide. I was like, you know what, if you get through here, cool. If not, whatever, I'm gonna go get a sandwich. And half the time I'd come back, and it'd be like, oh yeah, they died. And it was just because somebody went up to the knights with the great bows and got bodied. And it's like, alright, that's an interaction, I guess. Or the Farron Keep guys. You would need something greater for this game, but I don't 100% know what. Just because I think if you wanted to expand the system, you would need to expand additional systems to really fit it. And I think FromSoft was more focused on making this large, contiguous world that was kind of the thing. It's like, hey, we're putting in a lot more systems in this. We should get this done first, and I understand entirely. That's what I would prefer over, let's do 20 new things, but we're gonna half-ass all of them.
I suppose indeed one must be found, but a true and stalwart. But I haven't the authority. Great Kenneth Hyde now, but a true and stalwart.
Like, even that,
I must be a true.
where he's like, oh, want to be a knight, and then you come here and he's just like, oh, sorry dog, I don't have the permissions to actually do that. I don't know, I think there's a lot of potential for I'm not gonna say Elden Ring 2, but, you know, Elden Ring 2. But it really also boils down to how far FromSoft wants to take the game. Because I remember, I think it was an interview with Miyazaki, he said, like, this is as far as they want to go for scale. And I get it. I really do. I've also had this issue with a lot of games where I feel like you can do more and just do DLCs. You know, look at Total War Warhammer. That game is like 95% DLC at this point. Or Stellaris. Or, like, I guess not as much, but RimWorld. Games where they've realized, hey, we don't have to make a new game every couple years. We can just expand on this until we think, you know, this is far enough. Tech is advanced enough that making a new game is necessary. but I don't know FromSoft's business model. Blythe, the homie. Wahoo. Don't mind me, I'm just running in the hole. Fighting that bear is gonna suck. I hate rune bears. Axe Talisman does nothing for me. Oh, actually that does. If I really wanted, I could boost charge attacks. I don't like that I can't see the bear. But yeah, Covenants would be cool. I think there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And they have to stand out. That's always the big thing. DS3 had Mound Makers. Mound Makers were cool. Did anybody really play them? No, they were dumb. You were a neutral faction anyone could summon. I tried playing Mound Makers before I just farmed out the bones in some location. But I tried it. Half the time you get summoned and jumped. And I was like, I don't think this works the way they think it works. But that's experimentation. You gotta do it sometimes.
Wait, well, you're back. The howl of a wolf. I suppose he must. I know. Next time you hear the wolf, don't try just having it.
Yeah, let's go. Get Blythe, then he'll be like, hey, you want to go jump Darewell? And we'll be like, hell yeah. Any opportunity to jump a guy. I kind of wish they had picked a different Everjail to fight, though, just because it makes getting Bloodhound Fang even easier. And Bloodhound Fang is so strong that it's like, did you really need to make it even easier for people?
Who goes there? Carly sent you, did he? Ever the bloody busybody. Maybe to him you don't seem so strange. The name's Blythe. I'm looking for a man who goes by Darrell. He fled somewhere nearby. Or so I've heard. Come tell me if you find him before I do. I can offer you up.
Do I have to do the fight? I thought he would just show up here and be like, oh yeah, hey, you found it too. I haven't done this fight in so long. I'm gonna head back, because no, I think I... Now I'm confused, because I swear I found it and had it marked. Because I can do the fight, it's not that difficult. Glint blades and then glint blade spam. Push comes to shove, just carry and slicer. And it should put him down pretty fast.
Darrowell is nothing and in need of a
Okay, yeah, I guess I have to activate the Forlorn Hound Everjail first. And, like, go in. We'll just kill him then. The fight's not that difficult. I'm just a bum. Oh, you summon him in here. Right.
Darrowell. Rotting in a cell is no true justice. No. This is where it ends for you.
Really hammers home how long it's been since I've done this fight. Yeah, each shot here is just chunking him. Wahoo. Yeah, all the deaths here I completely understand. Like, it's right on the path. People are following the road. They're like, oh, this thing, and get smoked.
Right. I had to work for it, but it's done. Don't say I'm not a man of my word. Here's your prize. Oh yes. If you venture north to Rea Lucaria and come across a venerable blacksmith who's a little on the large side, tell him I sent you, and he'll be sure to treat you right. I owe you one, I reckon. That's enough chit-chat for now. It's time we parted.
Okay, so that's done. That's done, that's done, that's done. Cleared that. I can't remember if there's anything in here. Still have to get ambushed up here. We have all the stuff down here. We have the village, that cave. Oh, I swear there's a cave here too. Let's just start working through it. I forget most of these because they just don't have anything of value. It'll be like, oh, here's a talisman that works in a very specific, not very good build. It's like, alright, I guess. Yep, haven't completed this place. What do I remember of here? Oh, yep, I remember this place very well. Because I think it's a poison floor with a Miranda root boss. You gotta be careful because some of these safe patches have slime waiting above you. I just don't remember which ones. Yeah, I wish the Kindred of Rot here got a little bit more like screen time. Because it's like they gave them their own category of magic, but they don't really do anything except show up in a handful of caves. Feels like a bit of a letdown, all things considered. I have no boluses. Can I make them? Yes. All that for a cookbook, which I can't remember what it does. Nomadic cookbook. Poison grease. Eh. It would have been cool if we got some extra stuff to boost greases. Just because they kind of need them. They're very much a, oh, if I have them, I have them. If I don't really care kind of item. But it is a start for crafting. Like I said, before with all the new systems in the game. You gotta put them in and see how they work. And I like the crafting. It's nice because it isn't mandatory. It kind of sucks when games are like, oh, you have the option, and by option, we mean you have to use this. Skelly Boy should be useful here. I forgot. Yeah, skeletons actually would be terrible in this room. Oh yeah, Viridian. That's just stamina up. Oh well. Would have been cool to have a few talismans that are like a mix. So having... Oh, I guess we don't have the others. But like Viridian and Cerulean, maybe they're not as strong as their mainline versions, but you can kind of bump 2 stats up or something like that. I had said to a friend of mine what I wish they had done was make it so you have 1 talisman slot but 4 rings, and then have your rings be lesser effects and your talisman be a stronger kind of capstone effect. I think that would be a healthy balance. You can then have something that's a bit stronger or more of a core component to a build. But it would have to rework everything else, and it risks becoming complication for the sake of complication. And who wants that? Needlessly complex games suck. It's like the Ascended mod that I talked about last time, where it wasn't modded to be difficult as a challenge, it became modded to be difficult out of spite, and that's not fun. Challenge should be challenging, but not just hateful. Designs and elements should be complementary, not just there to throw a monkey wrench at everything you do. Ah, it's the pages. I hate these guys. Are there 2 of you? Yeah. Oh, I didn't even need to just like pound him with those. Those explosive bolts that they fire in like 3s are just miserable. I kind of wish they let us use them though. Like, okay, we can use them, but we can't make them. Perfumer bolts, to my knowledge, you have to farm. I'm just like, why? Let me make them. It's kind of the point of the crafting system, is to let people make stuff. Alright, so you're clear, Everjail. I don't remember what's in here. probably... I'll know off the name. That's how this usually goes. Weeping Evergaol, that doesn't tell me anything. I'm out of Stone Sword keys. Oh, that sucks. I gotta go buy them. I forgot how many Stone Sword keys you actually need. Because my first run through, I just bought all of them that I saw when I saw them. If I had to go farm runes off guys, I would. Do I want to duplicate a soul? I only have one, and no. Godric just doesn't offer... I should try a run through with like his axe. The grafted dragon's cool, but it's a punching weapon, and its weapon art you more or less have to be under a large boss to utilize.
Back over unused to this. Have a safe journey.
I think it was a missed opportunity to not have it leave like magma on the ground. But that said, once again, it complicates the effect, and people are going to get really confused. Easier to just not do it and I guess have a weapon that kind of sucks. Hello, random man. Do I need 2 for this? No, 1. Good. Hate when it's 2. At least this isn't a gladiator. Or not gladiator, a crucible knight. Please don't be a crucible knight. Please don't make me wrong. Oh, Zamor. Ancient hero Zamor. God, I haven't fought. These guys are not bad. Rude. Okay. This is why I just glint blade spam. Because that transient moonlight should have hit him. Oh, the scar seal. Yeah, it's kind of meh. Especially if you know how to get the better one earlier. Because this one's just 3 points. But you still get all the damage taken. And you can't double up. You have to use America's one. Which just... I think America's should have also given health. If Vigor was like a universal one for both, I think people would use it more. But otherwise, it's just intelligence, faith, I think mind and arcane. And yeah, five's great and all, but is it really all that worth it? Personally, I don't think so. I think it falls off pretty hard. Especially when the increased damage is the biggest issue. If there was a spell or like a category that gave you a shield, like a energy shield instead of like a blocking shield, I could see it. Because then it's like, oh, if you can. I've wanted this for a while. Having spells that are continuous, but they just take a percentage of your FP or a flat number, depending on how you want to spin it. A flat number makes more sense because otherwise, percentages you could almost cheat and be like, oh, I'm just going to keep my percentage low or like my total low so the percentage isn't as big of a hit, but I still benefit 100%. But a flat number, it's like, yeah, you want to put into mind. But I'd like that as like, hey, you can play a little lower health and be more of an int build with this. That said, the problem is people will do like absolutely wacky Vig mind builds with, you know, Radagon Soar Seal and the talismans that give you extra strength or whatever so that they can just clip the bare minimum for some weapon and then do low-level PvP where they'll get the shield, they'll get their crazy health, they'll get their weapon that they know is broken, and then they're just gonna go seal clubbing. And that sucks. I hate seeing it in these games. I hate when people do that. Like I said, I think last time, the time before, when I was talking about the St. Trina's Blade, how I fought a guy. I was summoned to help a guy in the Weeping Peninsula here at the castle. And then some dude rocks up dual wielding those. I'm like level 21. So level like 10 to 30 I think is the range. And this dude just runs in, like 2 taps people quick. Instantly all FP is gone, sleep, and he just jumps people. I'm like, this blows, dude. Guy stomped the whole team. And I was like, yeah, this is someone who's absolutely sweating in Souls PvP. Souls Invasions. Specifically, not even like a proper PvP arena. Treating it like his firstborn's life is on the line. I hate when people go seal clubbing in games. Seal clubbing, smurfing, whatever you want to call it. It sucks. Like, just, if you're that good, go play high level PvP. If you get your ass beat, that's on you. You know, maybe you're not as good as you think you are. People need a little bit of humility here. Especially for a game where it does not mean anything. There's no ranks, rewards, elo. I'd like to see ranked Souls PvP just for those people to go in, but I can't fathom how ugly that would look. The sweatiness would go through the roof. Oh. Where's my cave? Some of these spots, man. Like, they really sat down and built this out to go nowhere. Like, good on the devs for making these very in-depth environments, but like, I walk around here and I'm just like, oh yeah, there should be an item here. This looks secluded and off the normal route. There should be something cool here. And the game's like, no, no, yeah, there's nothing. FromSoft is the kind of studio who would understand the common trope of loot behind a waterfall and just put a second waterfall behind it. Be like, nah, dog, the reward is another waterfall. Like, what do you mean there's two waterfalls? Hello? Call my horse doesn't show up. There should be... Yeah, this cave. That I marked and did not clear. Yeah, because this is Tombsword Catacombs. Am I doing a solo run? Yep. I am indeed doing a solo run. Half the time I'm trying to remember what is in all these dungeons and forgetting horribly. Ah, I knew there was a second skeleton in here. No, this isn't the dungeon. Yep. One of these... This is like a fake wall. I know it's somewhere. I love having the memory of a nematode. Everything is just like a vague recollection. It's like, yeah, you remember stuff, but never actual details. Yeah, that might cause a little bit of a headache. Just arrow through the back of the noodle. Oh, I think this is the one where I have to knock that down, jump on top. Give me a bow. I have not managed to get a bow. How? That is genuinely confusing. How have I not found one yet? I guess I haven't farmed all the Godric soldiers enough lately. Yep. And then we can clear that way, jump on top, go up there. I remember getting a gross messer from one of these guys. That was cool. Nope. Thought I got you. I was hoping to scatter him a little more. Ah, it's just a prattling pate. Ah, whatever. Good enough, I guess. Ah, yep. Cemetery Shade. I was trying to remember when this guy would show up. Really? This is where you get Lutel? I thought you got Lutel up here in the dungeon that has the Black Knife assassin fight. Huh. Man, my memory really is bad. Well, either way, I'm not using Lutel. Also, doesn't help. Lance enrobed in death. Nothing's gonna benefit from that. I can't remember what mod it is, but there's one that actually reworked Madness and Death to actually be PvE statuses, which was cool. I feel like that should have just been something FromSoft did from the get-go, but well, we're here now. Give me your neat shirt. Ah, this is a jellyfish situation. Got that perfect interrupt, too. I can't remember what those do. Opaline is, I think, that's not the bubble. I should probably just check. Can't remember if that's the bubble one or not. Oh, yep, that is the... You're protected for one shot. And then gradually restores HP. Yeah, I'll probably switch off the Crimson. Probably go Crimson Burst. The Bubble Tier is nice. It is a single shot protection. But I'd almost rather just go extra stamina. Then if anything, I can panic roll more. I gotta say, knowing the lore behind the pots, it makes this seem way weirder now. Because they're all essentially people put into these as punishment. And so it's like, was this a congregation that came to an Erd tree for help? Or what's the deal here? Where is my way down? I thought there was a jump from here, but there isn't. Cool. Yeah, we'll do this fight. We're here. This demi-human fight isn't bad anyways. And we'll just summon jellyfish again. Down here is, I think, nothing of value. Yeah, Shield of the Guilty. They really need to boost, I guess, just the value of shield weapon arts. Because, like, it's just a shield bash, and the bleed buildup just isn't good enough. I would almost say do like a thorn sorcery effect. Demi-human queen staff. I never use it. What do you do? Literally nothing. Okay. That's an option, I guess. Oh, it's... yeah, low intelligence requirement. Okay, that makes sense. I was confused because I'm so used to seeing everyone run builds where it's like, oh, I'm running, usually it's just Azure and Lusat staves. That seeing one that isn't that, or a very obvious one, Prince of Death staff, or even the Gelmir staff. Seeing anything else, I'm like, what's this for? This isn't part of the meta. Where is... oh, there it is. I was say, where's my way down to Bear Cave? Yeah, that's gonna be another jellyfish fight. I should actually probably upgrade... I could upgrade the skeletons. Could upgrade jellyfish. Jellyfish is tempting. Because otherwise... Engval's good, but he needs the special ones. And I have... 1. Well, 6 of 1, but 1. Yeah, I can't even do a lot of upgrades for any of these guys. Oh, I need a +3. I can't upgrade Moonveil. I keep telling myself, I'm like, oh yeah, I can use the Sword of Night and Flame when I get it. And then I'm like, no, that has a faith requirement, and my faith is in the tubes. I wonder what that is. I can't imagine how many bloodstains I'm going to see down here. I'm going to guess a lot of people just getting absolutely smoked by that trap. Because that has gotten people for ages at this point. Yep, that's what I expected. Exactly what I expected. A lot of bloodstains. Kind of wish that Phalanx had not gone after the rat. I wish there were variant spells. So you could get like a Phalanx, a Glintblade Phalanx like this. But the version you have fires like one sword at a time. So you can actually kind of min-max it. But I also understand that would really make that spell overpowered. So you'd have to start introducing like either their prefixes and suffixes that just come with an innate cost modifier, or each custom one has to have a set amount to it. I had to. But I guess I'd take either or. Just something to add value. I think I do understand. Well, it adds value and also changes value, because the Glintblade spells are good in some cases for stagger. You know, you just fire 3 to 5 swords all in one burst. That's pretty strong. So, like, spreading them out might actually make them worse. Which makes sense. It would be worse. But that's kind of the point, is what are you valuing the spell for? God, I'm not looking forward to the one cave in Caelid that's got the rune bear just patrolling it. Oh, it's gonna be horrible. And he's at, I know that cave so well, because it's at such a screwy angle he can't just whip rocks. I would always use the Rot Dragon Breath, but I'm not doing Rot for this run. Or Faith, which kills like half my normal build. But Shard Spiral should make up for it, I think. Yeah, we can get a level. Uh, the Mind Bump is good. A little bit more stamina could help. Damage is damage. Now we'll get mine to 20. I need it. Okay, so we gotta just go that way. So we have to clear there. Impaler's Catacombs. And then Castle Morn. And I think that is all of Limgrave as well. I do have to go fight that Crucible Knight again. Not looking forward to that fight. And this is an ambush. Yeah, there we go. I was like, they're supposed to pop out. But it's just one lone dude looking at me weird. Oh, thought I was out of range. Rude. It's such a bummer that the talisman that gives you the trickle, and I mean literally a trickle of FP regen, is tied to the DLC. Mostly because I don't think it's even... It's good. I have to preface, it is good. But I don't think it's good enough to lock to the DLC. Because even if you make the argument like, oh, well, it's free FP. It's like, yeah, like 0.3 FP a second, I think, or 0.1. It's so little that you can more or less ignore it. The only time I use it is on my main character, because that's, one, how far he is, and two, it's like an FP heavy build. Because it's just like constant casting and weapon art abuse. But short of that, no, I think it'd be a good early game talisman is like, hey, here, we're gonna kind of give you a little bit of leeway so that you can use your abilities more and get a feel for them. But I also get not wanting to do that. People get reliant, and that's not the point here. You're supposed to know how to manage your resources well. Though it is funny considering there's the health talisman and the health shield. I do love the health shield though. The Adjudicator shield is so fun. And I love just seeing that come back from Demon Souls and every other Souls game. It's like an old friend at this point. we'll never get like scraping spear back, and I'm completely cool with it because gear durability is such a weird one. On one hand, I'm like, hey, it adds challenge and whatnot, and on the other hand, I'm like, this sucks, dude. I hate getting that warning that's like, hey, idiot, your sword's about to break. I'm like, damn, I don't want to deal with this again. Gotta go buy a repair powder. Honestly, I'd probably just say, yeah, keep it away. I'd rather see, like, just a defense down debuff be a thing. Because at least a defense down, it's like, oh yeah, I know what that is. Does it suck to be afflicted? Yeah. And there really isn't a... To my knowledge, there wouldn't really be a counter. But I'm sure you could find a way to tie it to a stat for build-up. I was about to go, man, I wish I could get the pickaxes. Then I remember you can get the pickaxe. It's just kind of meh. I might have to do a pickaxe run sometime. But I fear that's just going to be an all-strength stagger build. If there were bonuses to, like, weapon grease use, that would be the perfect time to be like, hey, we can do a weapon grease craftables run. But no, we don't get that. I forgot how bad the loot is in these early dungeons. It's like, oh, there's an item. Cool, what is it? Leaf. Okay. Leaf it is. Or soft cotton. Has anyone ever actually used soft cotton before? I get that it's the equivalent of... What is it in this game? Reducing fall damage and footstep sound. All I can think of is I think DS3 had it as the spell Spook. And it's in every other game. But it's the spell version of that. Or the item equivalent. And anybody who does that in a run is just like, I'll buy the spell. Oh, I have enough. Really? Yeah, I guess I do have enough. Jellyfish is only 31. Man, jellyfish is cheap. And I keep forgetting to set my physic. One of these days I'll actually remember. I do not need help in this fight. Scaling this Briggotten is not that hard. But I'm a bum. Now we get the anchor. The anchor's fun. I like the anchor. Does not mesh with my build, sadly, but I've used it on another character. I think I used that on my wannabe Guts character for a bit, because it's lower strength. Yeah, that's a neat one. I could go get the magic, the faith book here. I will, because it's here. I just can't use it. Alright, how do we get there again? Oh, that's a drop down from up top. Yep, because we gotta go along the edge. There's the headstone sticking out of the wall. Or is that from the other side? I don't think it's from the other side. No, we can survive that. That's a not even minor drop. And all the bats. Boy. Yeah, just lightning strike here. Now that's all done. So... village. And there's something else I had to do here. Right. Impaler's Catacombs. I hit circle when I shouldn't have. Oh well. Not like I lost anything. Man, I love that spell. Yep, that's what I'm expecting to see more of. It's always kind of funny seeing just all the blood stains. It's like, yep, someone did not plan for something, or they ran through and aggroed too many. Can't see above me. Wasn't sure. Sometimes some dungeons have a guy hanging out above there. Oh, the floor. Yep. Yep. This room. I love the use of this room as well. Like, they could have just been like, oh, there's spikes underneath and it's just a trap. But to actually be like, no, there's loot, but you have to trigger this to actually get to the other part of the dungeon, I think is really cool. FromSoft certainly knows how to use their spaces very well. I didn't hit the other side of the room first. I should have done that. Oh, it's just probably like crab meat. Root resin. Clearly the superior loot option. Yeah, if I had Glintstone Crest and I just fire one through there and probably do like a third of their health. And this is, I want to say, a Erdtree Burial Watchdog fight. Which means jellyfish. Oh, Watchdog with minions. Yeah, I always hated this fight. Because there's so much going on at once. I should try more gravity magic. Because I just use Rock Sling, and I've heard the other ones, not just like the really crazy Comet one, but all the minor ones, are actually pretty solid too. I just forget they exist. Alright, then we just have Castle Morn, which is going to be a breeze. I need a better hat. The worst part is the dogs. If I had a little bit more intelligence, I could one-shot them, which would be nice. Yeah, and when I got invaded by the guy with the dual swords of Saint Trina, it was here, right in this area. We cleared everything out and the dude jumped us. Did we already... Yeah, we already got his hat. I was about to say, give me your hat, and I was like, no, I thought we found that. And they don't drop their weapon, because who would want it? do wish these castles made a little more sense. Honestly, the surrounding areas I wish made more sense. You have castles within eyesight of other castles, but no farmland. Oh yeah, Steel Wire Torch, so we can do the Flame Breath. I'm not going to do it, but I can do it. Okay, yeah, so that was actually the way I was supposed to go. This is just for, I think, extra stuff, because I don't... Yeah, this just drops down that way. I say I don't think this sends us anywhere, because we gotta go there to find the one girl's dad, where nothing can go wrong. She can't possibly be dead by the time we return. You know, it just happens to be an area currently populated by beast people, and it's just a blind girl who's defenseless. Hey, finally got a bow. I don't think I've ever gotten the Misbegotten short bow before. It's a bow, alright. Well, let me target the flying guy. This is also kind of a nice little, like, intro to Legacy dungeon layouts for players. If they somehow didn't go directly to Stormvale, how they would get to here first, I don't know. Especially when you have the little faith Erd tree light things directing you, hey, go here, go here, go here. And there's, you only see them when you get here. So, that's a little bit of an oops, but it is nice. It's, you know, up to the player to actually find it and experience it first, so.
There's a face. I'm Edgar. You can see menials. They gave me good service. Foul crew. I'm sorry, but whatever you come. Take this. But
Thanks, man. I love getting a twig.
I see. Thank you. But I can't, even if the castle's to ensure the treasured sword.
Don't worry, I'll get the sword and not use it ever. Oh, can you imagine if they had made the grafted sword work like it does in Night Rain? Which, I want to say Night Rain's version is like a couple other swords where if you get kills, it just increases the damage. And it just keeps stacking until you die. Giving a player that kind of power would be, I would probably say, ill-advised. It would be funny, but I can guarantee what people would do, because it's what I would do, is they would do a run where they're like, okay, we're going to rush to get that sword, then we're going to go find the little, like, nobles who don't do anything, beat down as many of them as possible, get to an area that loads and unloads the area, double back, and just farm them out until I do like 100,000 damage in a swing, then go and just one-shot every boss. Because that's what people would do. People did it in Night Rain. It was funny. But also it was one of those things where it's like, this is actually a bit absurd. And like, you can justify it. You know, you can sit here and say, oh, well, it takes a long time, and it does. But I still question, like, even with a time investment, is it a balanced thing? Imagine seeing a man fighting what is essentially just animate slime, just hacking at it with a sword or a katana. feel like I got scammed out of a hit there. Like, one of those should have landed when it didn't. But whatever. What do you do again? Twin Blade. Final hit of chain attacks. I'm trying to think what weapon, like attack chain, would be really useful for that. I feel like there's nothing. You're just better off using the like winged greatsword or winged sword talisman, or I want to say Godskin swaddling cloth. I think that gives you HP on combo. Or on like successive hits, regenerate health. Though if I'm going for a build that's getting me health back, I usually just take like butchering knife into like great stars. Just because great stars is solid, has stagger, has bleed build up, percent back on hit. I wish whips were better. Except Haslow's whip, that one's good, but that's just because bleed. But I think that's the only good one. The other ones, even the DLC ones, I'm trying to think. There's the one with the teeth, but that might actually be main game, I don't remember. But it's not good. I think it does like stamina damage or something. Some effect that when you actually read it and figure out what it does, it's like, oh, that's it? That's what we're doing here? Bit of a letdown for sure. Yeah, they have a weird, like, little bit of almost iframes when they're getting up. I do not like that. Because every other enemy I can think of, I can beat on the whole time. Anything to drop down and grab? I don't think so. I think everything around here is moot. Yeah, Somber 1. I think we get a giant crab to spawn over here. Yep. No point in fighting giant crab. Jellyfish for sure. Go, jellyfish, go! I should have named this guy Chuck Rock. Or Chuck Boulder. I was about to say, oh, it sucks how you get Rocksling, or you can get Rocksling so early, and that just becomes like a mainstay spell for the rest of the game. But then I remembered you can also get Black Flame Fireball really early, and that becomes your mainstay if you're a Faith build. So in a way, you can just kind of get your main weapon pretty fast. And you can even do that with other classes. You can get the Greatsword, you can get... What else have we gotten that could be good? Uchi, Moonveil, Bloodhound Fang. So to be fair, it isn't like one build is getting some unique advantage no one else gets. Everybody can kind of get rolling pretty much at the same time. Now I have to go back to Edgar. So now he can be like, oh, hey, you grab the sword. Neat. Okay, I'll go find my daughter who's blind and left alone. Nothing wrong can happen. Hello? That took longer than I thought. Okay. Some of these deaths. Watching bloodstains feels like it's a comedy of errors sometimes. Dudes will just see the hole and be like, huh, I wonder, and just fall off. It's like on one hand, you're sitting here going, what were you thinking? And then on the other hand, you can completely understand. Because I think we've all done that, or you step a little too close to the edge. Oh, we only needed one. I keep forgetting that. Except the flying guys, they need two. Please fly. I'm a unicorn.
I'm
All right, what do you have?
for keeping the sword no longer once I've rescued it.
Yeah, go find her daughter. Nothing bad could have possibly happened to her. Oh no, who could have predicted the blind girl left alone outside would have something bad happen to her?
Rena, how could this be? My daughter deserved better. The fault lies with me.
Yeah, it does,
I
dog.
chose duty over my daughter's safety. And that is how fate has answered. I'll find the foul wretches responsible for this. Rest assured. I'll hunt them.
See,
Rest assured.
Edgar's story's weird. Trying to get a good angle on him. Because, like, riddle me this, Batman. Who uses those swords? The only group are the demi-humans, or the beastmen, or whatever they are. They're the only people you see swinging these iron cleavers. Oh, the Misbegotten, that's what they are. It even says, like, oh, they're from the Misbegotten. You're in the area where there's dead soldiers and dead Misbegotten. Why does he jump me in Liurnia? Like, I get it's the Flame of Frenzy, but, like, I'm gonna hunt them down. Dog, you were there. You were in the place where they are. If you want to hunt them down, go back. You know who aren't in Liurnia? The Misbegotten. You know who is? Me. But for some reason, he's like, nah, my anger is all consuming. I gotta jump you in a shack in the middle of nowhere. Alright, dude. Priorities, I guess. Oh yeah, let's go do that fight. Since I'm here, and I can. And it's actually the last thing in Limgrave. And even though I probably won't clear everything for the rest of this run, I like to at least clear Limgrave. It's easy runes, easy early levels, and that's really it. Half the stuff I pick up isn't even worth using or doesn't mesh with my build, but what can you do? It would have been cool if they had done like Dark Souls 3 where New Game Plus had enhanced versions of rings. If we could get enhanced talismans. But also, how do you enhance some of these? Like, if we take Radagon's Sword Seal, do you make it give more stats? Do you also increase the damage taken, or do you leave the damage taken? Because if you make the damage taken higher, people aren't going to use it. You already kind of phase out of this at a certain point. But, you know, what do you do? Ouch. Yeah, the bleed is just it. Admittedly, being a caster, I'm not exactly relying on it, but it takes so long to land sometimes. All right, missionary and nomadic warrior. What do we get? I think those are also like not important. Poison pot, yeah, that's pretty trash. Yeah, poison bone darts, those are nice and cheap poison. And silver pickled fowlfoot. Eh, it's an option. Alright, and that is all of Limgrave. Until we have to come back when the ground gets exploded. I'm not gonna fight the... what's his name? The Crucible Knight yet. I hate fighting them. I need this thing to be like +4. But I can't find a Somber 3 to save my life. I don't think there's anything of value up here, but we'll check. I know I farmed here for like 2 hours one time, trying to get a grave scythe off one of these guys. Absolutely horrible. The drop rates are trash for those things. But I wanted it because I wanted to do like a necromancer build. And it's the grave scythe that fits perfect, but man, it just takes forever. I want to get the map here quick. Yeah, I knew that was coming. The second I shanked that, I was like, nope, we're exploding. Need that classic, like, SpongeBob situation where, like, Squidward rides his bike off a cliff and then he just hits the ground and explodes in a giant mushroom cloud. That's more or less what happened here. And that guy sells, like, the astrologer staff, I think. So the basic casting staff.
You wouldn't be surprised, you've no matter. No, I don't. Oh, but don't. Oh.
Yep. Yeah, and then, like, crystal dart. Okay, crystal dart's actually useful. But only because you can use it to break imps. Okay. I love taking forever to drink. Sometimes I swear this game has the same issue that Helldivers has where you hit the heal and the game's like, we'll get around to it. Like, there's no sense of urgency. It's like, hey, I'm about to die, and the game's like, yeah, you are. I need a point in intelligence. This 1 HP off from killing thing is really killing my vibes. But I know of a cave. I have to get somewhere safe, apparently. I know of a cave right here. I can hit that. I think I have to make my way over here. I can hit some stuff there. Find EG over there. And all that. But I am going to call it here for tonight. I will be back tomorrow. I will be streaming Alien Fireteam Elite, doing a quick playthrough of that. And then next week I will probably be playing, trying to think of what it is, Slay the Spire, Thursday, Friday, more Elden Ring. Then next Saturday also Alien. But yeah, if you haven't already, make sure to hit the like button. Lets me know what you want to see. Helps out the channel a lot. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Lets you know when I go live, when videos come out, so on and so forth. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow.